This is the plaintiff, Wanda Lopez. She says she rented an apartment from the defendant. Her water cooler leaked, ruining the floor, and the company sent the defendant a check for $1,000 to repair the damage. The defendant never repaired the floor with the money, evicted her from the apartment, and now won't return her $1,000 security. So she's suing him today in this court. This is the defendant, Vincent DeLucia. He says the plaintiff never gave him a security deposit and is trying to get him to turn over the money the water cooler company gave him because she thinks it's hers. He used the money to fix the floor, is quite happy he's rid of the plaintiff because she was a pain in his neck, and he is sure as could be he owes her nothing. He's accused of taking a woman's water money.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. The plaintiff says her landlord is pretty tricky, that her water cooler leaked and it ruined the floor. He got money from the insurance company, but he's still keeping her security deposit. Now, he says she's full of it. She never gave a security in the first place. It's the case of Waterworld, the court show.
Douglas, Wanda Lopez, you are suing Vincent DeLucia for $1,000 security deposit that you say he has wrongfully withheld. Tell me what is going on.
Well, 7 years ago, I saw this condo through a realtor, and
all right, so you rent the place.
Yes.
And do you pay a security deposit?
I pay him a security deposit.
How much security deposit?
$1,000.
Okay. And how much is your rent?
It was $1,000.
And were you paying your rent?
I had Section 8 at the time.
Do you still have Section 8?
Yeah, I do have Section 8.
How long have you had Section 8?
For about 9 years now.
Okay. Do you have a lease on this place?
Yes, I do.
May I see the lease?
Sure.
Okay. Now, there was some problem with Poland Springs water cooler in your home?
Yes.
Okay, tell me about that.
Okay, I left my mother at the apartment. I was at the hospital at the time, and when I came home, there was water all over the floor. And I asked my mother where was the water coming from, and she said that she didn't know. She checked under the sink. There was no water coming out of there. So then I noticed, I moved the cooler, and I noticed there was water back there, and I called Poland Spring. They sent someone to come over, and they checked everything, and they said they had to remove the cooler, and they were going to send someone else to replace the damages. And I said, okay, fine. So when the person came in, he gave me an estimate. He says, either we could fix it or you can fix it yourself. How do you want to do this?
What, fix what?
Well, the tiles was a little bit lifted, and downstairs, the drop ceilings, there was actually damage from the water, and he says that he will replace them or that I could do it myself. So I told him that I didn't have a problem doing it myself. He says, so I'm going to put out a claim, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Poland Spring send you a check. And I said, okay, fine. So
did you repair it?
I did repair it.
Okay. Do you have any receipts from your repair?
I don't have any receipts from it.
How did you repair it?
I just went to Home Depot. I bought the drop ceilings, and I took out the other one, the wet ones, and I put in the other ones. And then the tiles, there was a little bit lifted. I ended up getting glue and gluing them down.
And you got $1,000 for that?
Yeah, no,
you didn't get $1,000.
No, I didn't get anything for it.
Poland Springs paid $1,000.
No, they didn't. I
but
just
they didn't
realized
pay it to you.
No, I just realized how much because I asked them to send me a copy of the check that they sent to him, and the letter saying that they sent a check to him. I didn't know. They told me I can get up to $1,000.
Did they send Poland Springs send you a check?
Judge, can I just...
Yes or no?
Yes.
For how much?
I believe $500 and something.
$500 and something.
Yes.
Did you ever see the damage?
I never seen damage, and right now there is no damage.
Right. So by the time she tells you and you get a check and you're like, woohoo, what's this? She tells you about it, but she's already fixed it, or?
I told her that whatever she spends at Home Depot, I would reimburse her, which I did.
And then the bonanza belongs to you.
Because it's my property.
Yeah. So you tell her, I'll reimburse you, and did she give you receipts then?
No.
Wait, you just said which she did.
Which she did what?
You said you told her whatever you spent at Home Depot, I'll reimburse you. Just show me what.
She told me it was like $55, and I just told her to take it off the rent.
Oh, I see. And that's how it happened?
Yes.
So, okay. And then you kept the rest. And then according to you, this never becomes an issue until now.
Until I told her she had to move, yes.
Okay. Why did you tell her she had to move?
Because you don't know Wanda. Wanda thinks crazy. Everything belongs to her. This started with the Poland water leak. there was damage to my property. She stated to me that the check belongs to her. I said, the check doesn't belong to you. If there's damage in my property, it goes to the construction of the property. So I told her I would give her whatever she needs to fix it, or I would send someone there. She said she was going to have some male guy that was at her house fix it. So I told her, no problem, whatever it is, just take it off the rent money, which she did. She sent me less money the following month.
But that was substantially before you asked her to leave, right?
Well, yeah, because she was very...
How many months after that did you ask her to leave?
Probably a couple months after that.
Oh, okay. And
Yes.
then why did you ask her to leave?
Because every time there was an issue, she's always, it was just becoming a hassle as I was a landlord, she was a tenant, we weren't getting along.
Okay, because she was what?
Very needy.
Okay, so you tell her, I think you should go, and then she says, okay, I'm gonna go. Notice is not a question here, right? So you leave, you find a new place, and you want your security deposit back, and you won't return her security deposit, why?
Judge, she never gave me security deposit, and I've given the court the text messages asking her if she has any evidence that she did give me the security.
Do you have any evidence that you gave him a security deposit?
Judge, I don't have any evidence, just the lease that he gave me, it doesn't even state anything about security deposit.
Let me see the lease. This isn't.
I have it.
Yeah, can I see it, please?
Sure. Thank you. That's everything? Yes, and then here's the Section 8 lease if she...
I have the residential lease that actually specifically says in the clause entitled security deposits, on signing this agreement, tenant will pay the landlord the sum of, and then there's a blank, and that's where you would put a security deposit. It actually says not applicable. So just show me your canceled check or money or whatever it is, your receipt for the security deposit.
All I have right now is text, Your Honor.
Okay, no, that'll work. Show me the text where he says, yes, you paid me a security deposit.
So she says she gave a security. She has no evidence of that, no paper, no check, nothing. Does she win or lose?
Well, I think it's a life lesson learned. You need to have receipts. You need to have a paper trail. Otherwise, you're just out of the money.
Can the judge look at her and just say, you seem like an honest person, that's enough for me?
I feel like there needs to be a paper trail of some sort.
Even if you look really, really honest.
Anybody could look really, really honest.
Even crooks?
Yeah?
The answer to that is yes. Going inside the courtroom.
Is there a text where he admits that you paid him a security deposit?
No, it says that he's gonna pay me the security deposit.
Okay, show me the text where he says, I'm going to pay you the security deposit. Okay. In fact, read it to me.
Okay. He wrote down, I told you I will mail it to you by Friday. No, you are always texting me. When I text you, you don't respond. You will get your money by Monday.
Okay, what's he referring to?
He's referring to the security deposit because at first...
Show me the text.
Okay. It starts there. And then it goes down.
How do I go up and down on this phone?
Just, with a little square in the bottom, you go down.
Okay. What you're saying is not true because you say to him, did you send my money? And then he says, yeah, there is no security deposit.
Correct.
What money did you send her?
For the fan.
Oh, for a fan.
Yeah.
How much did he send you?
No, he actually never sent any money. He never sent any money.
So he was talking about the fans when he says, I'm going to send your money. How much are you supposed to send for the fans?
I believe it was $100.
How did you pay her $100?
Cash.
It was $75.
75, yes.
Did he
yes,
send you
that's correct.
$75?
He never sent it. I had to go pick it up at another tenant's
Okay, so you
house.
got...
Yeah.
Okay, so you got the $75.
Yes.
And then you say, did you send my money? And he says, yeah, that's the $75. And there is no security deposit.
Okay, go to October 17th.
Hold on. I told you I would mail it to you Friday. You and I both know he's talking about the fan money, not the security deposit money. So where do you want me to go now to see what this doesn't say?
At 7:22.
I got all my papers and my bank statement, and I will see you in court for my money, okay? He says, I'm not just giving you $1,000, but I need my fan or money today. You're still talking about the fan.
The 7:22?
Yes, sweet. Oh, no, not October 17th. So now you're going to give me a 30.
No,
Okay,
I'm saying the time.
No problem. I have all all the time in the world. This is what I do. I get paid. She said she's going to call the police because your ex went into her house. I don't want, forget it, don't tell him. I'll show him the text and the picture. Wanda, do you want me to mail it? You are confusing me. I want you to give it to me. Go pick it up at 6:45. The fan money? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I said
It's
7:22.
good for you. I'll tell you what. You find it, like I told you the last 2 times, because I'm just continuing to see stuff about fan money. But see, I looked through all these texts, and I know that the only texts that I see are him talking about fan money. He repeatedly says, show me proof you paid a deposit, and I'll pay you back a deposit. In fact, he notes that you left the place in clean condition.
He says, if I deserve it. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Because repeatedly he asks you in those texts to prove you paid a deposit so he can return it to you.
Okay.
Okay? Well, how about looking at the lease? Because the lease would tell us if you paid a security deposit. What did you want to interject?
Your Honor, past practice, when I rented the Section 8, I do not ask for a security deposit.
You don't even ask for it?
No, I do not. That's
But
the type of
you
guy
can't.
I am.
There's no reason why you can't.
I'm a nice guy. I just don't.
I don't know about that, but I don't know you very well to know whether you're a nice guy or not. I do know that in every single stinking text, he asks you, just show me that you paid a security deposit. And just as you weren't able to show it to him, you aren't able to show it to me.
Look, he gave me 2 leases.
So show me, does the other lease say you
the
paid a
other
security
lease
deposit?
doesn't say anything
Do you
either.
have any evidence of what you're saying?
No.
Okay, then my verdict is for the defendant because you have no evidence.
Okay.
Well, Judge Millian gave the plaintiff all day to prove that you paid a security deposit, but you couldn't do it.
I didn't have copies of my my checks, so.
No records, it's not on the lease, there's no evidence of a security deposit whatsoever.
No, there isn't.
All right, so how are you supposed to collect in court then?
Well, I had a witness. She didn't get to speak, so.
The witness?
Yeah.
All right. Documents are waiting for you right down there. All right, so come on out here. What do you have to add?
After 6 months, I'm still confused. I still don't know what she's asking for. If it's her money, I would give it back to her. I have no reason not to give her money. If she did pay it to me, I would give it to her, but she did not give it to me.
Is there any doubt in your mind?
There is no doubt at all.
All right, Harvey?
I don't care what it is. When you give somebody cash, get some record of it. Your word is worth nothing if you just give them cash and hope they're going to tell the truth, in 2, 3, 4 months if things go south. Get something in writing, be it an email, a receipt, something. Do not hand cash over without getting something back proving that you gave it.